Lincoln Riley got a contract extension, and I'm going to tell you what that means, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
What do you mean you don't subscribe to my son's YouTube channel?
Mama, no!
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. So it's OU related, college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And today, Lincoln Riley got a contract extension. This would be January 1st, ringing in the new year. Happy New Year for all you folks that do the holidays. I do this every day, so holidays are whatever for me. But Lincoln Riley being kind to a contract extension is not whatever for me. It means some very cool and very real things. The first of which is Lincoln Riley's going to be at Oklahoma longer than he originally planned to be here, or longer at least than what the contract that he had says. Now, the contract that he had him like 5 years, $5 million annually is what he was going to make on average. And then he put together another year in which he got Oklahoma to a college football playoff. And that is not a small thing, even at a place like Oklahoma, where you would love to win one, but you didn't. Fact of the matter is, Lincoln Riley is 24-4 as a head coach at any level and at one of the most prestigious programs in all of sports, Oklahoma, right? So that's one. But two is the NFL interest was real. And we know that because announcing the extension without announcing how long the extension is for or what the numbers are that are going to follow up the extension to the contract that he just signed means that you were just trying to ward off the rest of the NFL. That coming out on January 1st, just a couple of days after a lot of NFL head coaches got fired and a lot of NFL head coaching jobs just reopened, along with a lot of coordinator positions, means that you're trying to send a signal to the rest of the football community that our guy is not up for sale, that we are locking him down because we take this very seriously. Now, what I love about this is Joe C likes to play coy publicly. He likes to try to do this hard charging thing where, no, we just try to compete with other college football coaches for what we're going to pay our football coaches, as opposed to paying the dude like one of the premier head coaches in all of sports like he is. And at a really young age, 36, remember that LeBron James just turned 34 and I'm 31. That Lincoln Riley has done so much in such a small amount of time, putting back-to-back Heisman winners on the podium, both play quarterback, and having another as a finalist in D.D. Westbrook. You can't overlook what he's done. He put the number one pick in the draft in 2018. He's going to put at least one first-round pick in the draft in 2019. And there's no signs that that train is anywhere close to stopping. And in an age of college football, where head coaches are mercenaries, and they've always been mercenaries, this is not new, but Manny Diaz sent a shockwave through the rest of college football with his behavior, meaning that you took the job on December 12th at Temple. And then on December 30th, when Mark Richt retires, you take the job at Miami, leaving Temple in the lurch, signed a deal, didn't follow through on the deal that you signed, let Temple tell everybody that Manny Diaz was our guy and get excited about that, and then your word means nothing. And for Mark Richt, who retired, you signed a signing class on December 19th, and then 11 days later, you told them, nah, I'm done doing coaching. That's not my thing anymore. It's not my bag. And now Dana Holgorsen, who's decided that rather than rebuild at West Virginia, where he doesn't have a quarterback and doesn't really have a wide receiver group, he's going to take the job at Houston, where he's going to make more money, right? $4 million over 5 years annually. But he doesn't want to compete with Lincoln Riley in this conference anymore, or just doesn't want to compete at West Virginia. Yes, we know that recruiting to Houston is easier because a lot of the guys that you would want to get live in Houston already. But the fact is, this is a dude who got up on the podium at Big 12 Media Day and said, I don't want a guy to transfer to me because he says he's not playing. Well, apparently, you don't want to coach if you don't think you're going to win either. And that's kind of where we're at in college football, and it's always going to be that way. This is why I think that everybody should be able to move about as they please. Coaches, players, whatever. I want free agency all across the board because I don't like being able to be the dude that brings this to you all the time about this guy broke his word, or we're going to lampoon this kid that I'm going to defend because he decided he wanted to transfer. No. Just make it what everybody's worth. Get paid what you're worth, just like in the NBA, just like in the NFL, just like in Major League Baseball. Yes, there are rules in place to prevent tampering, but does it really prevent tampering? This is a thing that's going on in the NBA. Should probably talk a little bit more about. But to Lincoln Riley, Joe C knows what time it is, all right? This is him telling everybody else, no. I know what I said, but what I'm going to do is, hey, Lincoln, I'm going to tweet the eyes after you sign this contract, and then we're going to put out a press release where we quote the president of University of Oklahoma at length saying, hey, we love Lincoln Riley. We think he's the guy. We want him to be here for years to come, so that I can send the message to the rest of the football world that you're my guy and nobody else's guy. And Lincoln Riley has positioned himself to have another run like Bob Stoops had, where he could be here for 18 years if he wanted to be here for 18 years, especially if he keeps recruiting like this. And if he signs a defensive coordinator, I encourage you to check out that video I made about possible candidates he might go after. But he was also interesting in what he said about the kind of guy that he wants to bring to Oklahoma. He's asking for somebody who changes the culture defensively. He's asking for somebody who can lead men. And he's not really putting a primo on scheme. I put a primo on scheme because I'm watching scheme devour his defense. But he thinks that if you can be a leader of men, it doesn't matter what your scheme is. It matters that they believe in you and they're going to do what you ask them to do, which is why he fired Mike Stoops. That guy lost the room. He needed a new voice in the room, and Ruff McNeil was the only choice that he had at the time. So now, Lincoln Riley just got a head coaching extension. He's told everybody, I'm at Oklahoma, and that is also something you get to bring to the defense coordinator that you want to hire, which is, hey, I'm not going to leave you in the lurch. You're going to be my guy, and we can do this for as long as you want to do this. And I think you're just building equity. You've got more tools in your toolbox to go and recruit with, to go and recruit a defense coordinator with if you're Oklahoma, if you're Lincoln Riley, if you're Joe C. That's what this extension means, especially on January 1st of 2019. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.